Hi, I'm Enchanting Nubian Nat. Welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Let's talk about breaking news that happened in Queens, New York. This woman, she thought she was starting a new chapter, a new country, a new marriage, a new future. But instead of building a life in America, she ended up disappearing. Months later, the investigators, they made a huge discovery. It was so disturbing that it shocked even the veteran detectives. I mean, pieces of her body were scattered across Queens. And the man she trusted the most, her 75-year-old husband. So let's get into it. But before I do, please remember to like, follow, and subscribe to my channel. Now the victim, her name is Salisha Ali. She was only 33 years old. She had moved from Trinidad, hoping for a better life in the United States. She met Rumshed Simbu. This man, he was more than 4 decades older than her. And they built a long-distance relationship and eventually married when she moved to Queens. From the outside, it looked like a fresh start to everyone, her family, her friends. But then, July 2025, Salisha, she suddenly vanished. And her husband, he even reported her missing. For months, her family had no answers. I'm going to attach a video with her mother as well. Now, until sanitation workers made a horrifying discovery near the JFK airport because a garbage bag containing a dismembered torso wrapped in tape and rope. Police later confirmed the remains belonged to Salisha. But the nightmare didn't stop there. Months later, investigators, they found additional body parts miles away inside the Jamaica Bay Wildlife Refuge. Detectives say that sharp instruments and a saw were used to cut the body apart. And when investigators dug deeper, the phone data allegedly placed her husband near the locations where the remains were dumped. So the man who reported her missing is now charged with the crime, her M ending in R. Now, stories like this, it really hits different because it reminds us of something real. Sometimes the danger isn't a stranger in the dark. Sometimes, YouTube family, it's the person you trusted with your life. So let's get into her husband. Now, there's charges. First of all, there's charges against her husband, of course, because according to prosecutors in Queens, New York, Rumshed Simbu, and again, he was 75 years old, he has been arrested and formally charged, but he has not been sentenced yet because the case is still moving through the court system. He will definitely face some serious charges such as second degree, M ending in R, 2 counts of concealment of a human corpse, tampering with physical evidence, and obstructing governmental administration. Prosecutors allege that he unalived his wife, Salisha Ali, inside their South Ozone Park home. This was in July last year, and then dismembered her body and dumped the remains in various locations in Queens. So because he is charged with second degree M in New York, if convicted, he could face up to 25 years to life in prison. That means that he must serve at least 25 years before becoming eligible for parole. Now, I know you're wondering, this man is already 75. Yes, this conviction could effectively mean spending the rest of his life in prison. He has been arrested, as I mentioned, and arraigned in Queens Criminal Court. The investigation and court process are still ongoing, and a trial or plea deal will determine the final outcome. Everyone, this is so devastating because, again, this woman trusted him with her life because he was the only person she had in this country. Instead, her story, instead of her having the opportunities that she thought of, that she dreamed of in Trinidad, while she was here to chase opportunities, her story became a tragedy that raises questions about trust, the power dynamics in their relationship, and the hidden dangers inside even a marriage or partnership. And as this case unfolds in court, one question still hangs in the air. What really happened inside that house before she disappeared? Because somewhere between a wedding ring and a missing person report, a life was taken and truth still needs to be told. We still want to know the answers. I know I do. What about you, YouTube family? Please leave your comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you heard of this case before, or is it new for you? It's extremely devastating, and may she rest in peace. And also, I know that she's a mother of more than one child, I believe. My condolences to her children and also her mother, as well as her family and friends. This is very horrific for this young woman. But please leave your thoughts below. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Stay safe wherever you are. And as I always say, keep your head on a swivel 24/7. Thank you for watching.
And reporter Anthony Carlo.
I just see like my life ended. Yeah.
The pain palpable from thousands of miles away. Paula Sakea speaking with us exclusively tonight from Trinidad about her daughter, 33-year-old Salisha Ali. More of her body parts turned up in Queens last week.
I don't even know how to feel. I don't have no feelings anymore. I can't feel happy. I can't feel, I don't know. I just, like, all my feelings just lock off.
Miss Sakea has been at a loss for months now, but she certainly felt something about her daughter's relationship with a 75-year-old man she first met while he was visiting Trinidad in 2022.
How did that make you feel when you heard that they had gotten married?
I told her, I said that he could be your grandfather. And she said it's not a marriage like that. He's just trying to help me and the kids.
The mother of three eventually moved to the United States to live with Rupshan Simbu in Queens on the promise of a better life. It wouldn't take long for there to be trouble in paradise.
He was like more controlling, trying to control her not to go, don't go here, don't go there. He tell her don't go and work. You could stay home. And she was telling me, she said, I did not come up here to be our housewife.
Miss Sakea stopped hearing from her daughter last July. It wasn't until September that her beheaded torso was found by sanitation workers. In the interim, Ali's husband told the family she moved out and was cutting everyone off.
I was believing everything he was saying. Yeah. Until the detectives called me on October the 23rd and told me if I could identify some tattoos.
Ali's decomposed head, legs, and an arm were discovered in the Jamaica Wildlife Refuge last week. Investigators would find the same plastic wrap and rope used to bind the victim's torso in her husband's home. Using cell phone data, detectives also found Simbu had been to the locations where Ali's remains turned up. The 75-year-old was charged this week with killing and dismembering his wife.
I was so relieved that he was finally going to pay for what he did.
Anthony Carlo, Channel 7, Eyewitness.